What's good, my child's, yes, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. This is my Electrum FTK deck profile, so obviously nothing to take seriously, because, you're obviously not going to be playing this in a YCS, I mean, come on. If you're playing this, it's really just to have fun with your friends, like, I don't know, like, one thing that you can do, actually, if you're really not trying to play competitively, is just, host locals or ask like your local OTS store to only allow like scrubby decks or like weird decks to be played, and just ban every meta decks, and then hey, you're actually going to be destroying people with this. But the main reason why I wanted to make this deck profile was actually, well, two reasons. First of all, to showcase the power of Makura the Destructor even despite the errata, and also kind of just revive like a very old combo that was technically an OTK, and now it's basically becoming an FTK only because you can use a trap card on the very first turn. So that's pretty much it, and yeah, let's jump right into it. So as you can see, oh my god, I don't play any bricks in my FTK deck, okay? Elemental Hero Clayman is garbage. It's the exact same stats, I believe, as a Mystical Elf, so obviously it's crap, it doesn't do anything. Burst Tricks Evian. Fun fact, this is so stupid. If your opponent ends on Draglubion and Harbinger, you can OTK if you just draw Burstinatrix and Avian. And now you might be thinking, oh yeah, of course, Elemental Hero Flare Wingman is a very good card. But then, how do you fuse? No, I don't, I'm not dumb, I don't play Polymerization and I don't play Flare Wingman. So the combo basically, you have to be really focused because it's actually big brains. You go normal summon Avian, and then, yeah, unfortunately you can't really go Avian effect. But then you actually make Link Spider, okay? This card's insane! And it allows you to special summon any level 4 lower vanilla monster from your hand to a zone it points to, which is ridiculous, bro! So you can summon Burstinatrix, and then you make another Link Spider, and then you make Trickstar Verte Anaconda, and then summon Dragoon, pop Harbinger and Draglubion, burn for 6k, attack directly, handshake. It's literally that simple. It's crazy, man. The best two-card combo in the... You know what? I think I'm just gonna give up on like every good meta deck. Avian Burstinatrix, insane. If you open your hand with literally 5 Gemini Garnets, you can actually OTK going second. It's broken. Honestly, yeah, that's definitely what we have to be doing, and yeah, they are not bricks, they're very good to open, and I want to say they're probably better to open. Okay, I'm done trolling. Anyways, Bubbleman actually has a real effect, so not gonna lie, this one's actually a pretty good card. It can be played in a real hero deck that actually tops YCS's. So basically this card has always been like very competitively viable. It'll always be the case, especially when you have a level 4 water that can make Bahamut Shark. And obviously it's searchable by emergency call. So the strategy in the hero deck that people played in YCS Anaheim 2016 was, well, it was like Toad the Darklaw. So you would just set a bunch of back row, and then Bubbleman was the only card in your hand. You would special summon it. One of your back row maybe was a reinforcement of the army or emergency call. You would search another Bubbleman, you would special summon it. As long as you have no other cards in your hand, you can keep special summoning your Bubblemans. And then you make Bahamut Shark, you summon a Toad, and then you maybe have like a Shadow Mist on your field already, because what's the name again? A Hero Lives actually gets you the full setup, so that's actually quite neat. But yeah, that's it for the hero monsters that we have to play, because they are the fusion materials for Electrum. So it's not really like there was a way to like mitigate this. You really have to play. You really have to be playing like all these 4. So kind of bait. And then there's, oh my god, my neck, oh my back. Oh, it's not my first time making this joke. Anyways, Dr. Frankenderp, play Emergency Teleport, so you already know what this is gonna end up doing. Basically, you excavate the top card of your deck. If you want, you can actually add it to your hand, but then you skip your next draw phase, which does not matter because you're FTKing your opponent, so there's not gonna be any draw phases, which is all gooch in the hood. And then Fortune Fairy Chi, another one of those really sketchy cards. You only see this in bullshit, unfair danger decks. Basically, if you draw it, you reveal it, and then both players can you special summon it, and then both players can draw 1 card. So there's obviously nothing tricky or unique about this. It's just a one-off that you play when you're drawing a lot with your dangers, because this deck is actually a draw turbo until you get your engine card. And the actual, like, what you're trying to aim is Fusion Gate, Chain Material, and finding a way to send Makura the Destructor from your field to the graveyard. So if you can link it off, then you win. You obviously cannot crash it in battle because Chain Material actually prevents you from attacking during the turn. Use this effect during the turn you actually use Chain Material, so you can't like go attack and then main phase 2 Chain Material. That wouldn't work. It's kind of like how Cyber Dragon Dry actually prevents you to special summon machines the turn use the effect, you activate the effect. So that's kind of naggy, but you know, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest, so yeah, whatever. Phantom Skyblaster, obviously, if you can just reveal a danger and then summon Skyblaster, pretty much in everything, it's basically going to be an instant Skull Deed. And Skull Deed is really, really cool because it allows you to draw into those blowout cards. It doesn't really matter if the cards that you draw, most of them are going back to the bottom of your deck, because you're not really trying to go for actual card advantage. You can literally have 3 cards in your hand and FTK your opponent, just like you can have 15 cards in your hand and not being able to do like a single play. So that's definitely the dynamic here. And then, yeah, the 3 good dangers, and now we'll be moving into the not really good ones. Well, Chupacabra is decent because you are playing a lot of dangers, so most of the time it does not end up being like a bad danger. These ones, unfortunately, if they get sniped when you're going first, they do nothing. But if you're going second, well, it's decent. But once again, don't expect this to be able to like FTK through 11 hand traps or go second through every single negate in the alphabet, because no. Yeah. So yeah, Ogopogo is actually an interesting one because it is, out of every danger that isn't a guaranteed, it's the only one that actually does something when you're going first, because Dogman is dog shit. We're not going to be talking about that one. Pogo, however, by the way, he's Canadian. Yeah, I swear to God, he's actually a Canadian danger. If you get sniped, you can actually send the response team from your deck to the graveyard, which is cool because in the graveyard, you can actually put it back from the graveyard to your bottom of the deck, I believe, discard a danger and draw 1 card. So if you're discarding a Chupacabra or any of these 3, then you're getting basically a free +1. So getting sniped on Ogopogo isn't the end of the world, and if you don't get sniped, well, good for you. It's always what we're trying to see. And then, of course, 3 Makuria Destructor. There's also Summoner Monk that you can play, but you would have to discard a spell, and most of the spells, you really want to use them. You have 4 Fusion Gates. Upstart doesn't really count as a spell. Obviously, Hornet, you don't want to discard that. And then Response Team, yeah, sure, you would love to discard that with Summoner's Monk, but are you really trying to play 3 Response Team with 3 Summoner Monk? I don't think so. So, no. I think 3 Makuria Destructor is good on its own. Technically, there could be a reinforcement of the army, yeah, because I'm already maxing out on the Fusion Gates and Chain Materials, so sure, okay, reinforcement of the army could actually make sense in your deck. Maybe cut the 3rd Pogo, yeah, could be cool. And then 3 Defrag Dragon. This, I really don't want to like explain this too much. Also, it's like a really crappy extender because you have to send another monster from your hand to the graveyard to summon it, so you're not really using it for this purpose. Because if you're that desperate to summon Defrag Dragon just for that, you're not really going far. The only reason why you're summoning it is because if you have the ability to make a Skull Deed and then just make LP, it's already enough for your second Skull Deed, because it makes LP into Defrag and then Pisty into Defrag and then use Pisty, LP, Defrag, and Skull Deed for Skull Deed number 2, draw 4 again, and then, oh, this time I have the combo. So if you actually haven't watched my combo video, that's basically what happened. I actually drew in like a random hand on test hands. I couldn't actually stack it, and I just ended up having the FTK. So definitely a bit of luck, to be honest, because, you know, you can't really predict too much with the dangers getting sniped. The deck actually lost so much consistency with the good dangers going to 1, which is kind of sucky, because when you have like a handful of dangers, it's always like more like dangerous dangers than actual guaranteed dangers, so that blows, but who cares. And then yeah, Upstart, like I said, Upstart doesn't really count as a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's just you're going from a 40 card deck to a 39 card deck, increasing the like probability of drawing your specific cards by 1%. Not a substantial change, but since you're actually FTKing for infinite damage and not exactly 8,000, Upstart is just not a card. If you would actually deal exactly 8,000 or like 87 or stuff like that, then Upstart might actually just not even be worth it. Or if your deck actually loses to Droll and Logbird in a format where Droll and Logbird should actually be played, then Upstart Goblin should not be in your deck as well. So it's the kind of card that people kind of just throw in their deck like recklessly or just without really any thinking, but sometimes there is actually a bit deeper just reasoning for playing or not playing Upstart Goblin. And then yeah, Terraforming, like I said, for just more copies of Fusion Gate, it's one of the combo pieces. Hornet, it's just 2 monsters on the field, and it doesn't take up your normal summon, so I just thought, why not? Especially when my extra deck is like such a joke. In theory, I shouldn't even be playing that, like those weird ratios of... Obviously, it's incorrect. You already know that, but meh, whatever. Emergency, I already explained that. Chain Material and Trap Trick, they achieve the exact same, because Trap Trick, obviously, it's not like you were trying to get, like, another trap. It's literally just Chain Material. By the way, in case you're wondering, I cannot go Curious Griffin in this deck, because Makuria forces you to activate a trap card from your hand. I believe Temple of the Kings allows you to use a trap card during the turn it is set. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. I actually haven't read like that card in over 15 years. But Makuria the Destructor is cool. There is actually a way you can still use a trap card from your hand, even if you didn't hard draw it. It's by going Curious to send the trap, and then make Needle Fiber, summon a machine, and then make Radon, summon 3 tokens, tribute 3, recycle back a trap card from your graveyard to your hand. But those are just so many, like, it's just so many steps to honestly achieve almost nothing, so... Is it really worth it? No. Yeah, just play with Dangerous and just, like, sack your way to victory, honestly. Like I said, this deck isn't a serious deck. If you're playing this, it's to have fun, because it's a card game, and having fun is the most important thing at the end of the day. Anyways, for the extra deck, I have 3 Electrums. You remember to stick to the game plan, as many Electrums as you possibly can. 3 Electrums, obviously it's the way to go. Steven has been slacking. He's not even playing any Electrums in his Pendulum. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. Like, no Electrum, I mean, I was gonna say Astrograph, obviously that card's banned. He should be playing Electrum, though. Literally, Electrum completely dodged the list. It's insane. The card's broken, like... Okay, sure, it does nothing in Pendulums, but bro, it's Electrum, so you should be playing 3 Electrums, and just once again, stick to the game plan, make as many Electrums as you can. I'm repeating myself. Elemental Hero Core, who cares? It uses 3 Elemental Hero monsters. You don't even need that for the combo. You can actually just use Vision Hero Adoration. It's just 2 hero monsters, so yeah, you can do that. Then the Gaia, because I want to recycle back my Gustav Max, and yeah, because you really have to banish Gustav Max every time, and then banish to whatever, Electrum, and then Electrum, recycle back Electrum, and then to summon another Electrum, to recycle back your Electrum, so you can actually make more Electrums. That's the way Electrum has always been a thing. So that, Gustav Max, you only need 1 for the FTK, 2 Skull Deeds because of the combo, blah blah blah. Tenyi, who cares, Reprodocus, whatever. Basically... So, okay, so here's something. This is a combo that actually never comes up, but if you have 4 monsters, you know for a fact that you can make a Skull Deed, but it's so stupid to make it like that way. Just make a Skull Deed and then see what you draw. If it's like Defrag and 3 crappy cards, you summon Defrag, make LP, summon Defrag, make Peace, summon Defrag, make Skull Deed, and then you can actually draw like into something. But yeah, Tenyi and Reprodocus should not be here. I mean, they never came up for me. It's not that I actually tested against other players, it's just when I was testing hands against no one, I realized that they actually sucked, so yeah. And then Kagari for Honet, PSTLP, Link Spider, blah blah blah. The extra deck is... wait, hold on, why am I playing Link Spider? Oh yeah, for Sky Blaster, that's true. The extra, the idea section has literally absolutely less than nothing, so that's pretty much it for this beautiful Electrum FTK deck profile. If you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. I was gonna say, it motivates me to keep existing on this planet. That's actually also true. Holy shit, what is going on with me? Anyways, take care, peace, I'll see you next time, one day, maybe, I don't even know, peace.